Hello.
Hello.
Are we live? So this is On Guard and Stu the announcer for Recharged. This will be grand finals. Sauce versus who is coming up?
Ninja. Sauce versus Ninja. So potential Mario Ditto here. Sauce, the number 13 player in Philadelphia on the inaugural Smash Ultimate PR. Ninja, a regular in the Philadelphia scene, going back quite a bit.
Looks like he's going with Roy.
Mario. But he has picked up Roy. We'll have to see. Swords versus fists. Only one of them can take it. Welcome to Grand Finals here at Recharge.
So, very interesting start. A little bit of zoning with just a little bit of footsies going on right now, trying to get something started. Good grab, but no follow-up, so a little bit weak on the follow-ups. But that was a change that they made to Roy in Ultimate, is that he doesn't really have as many grab follow-ups as he used to, but he still has a lot of his follow-ups that come off of his attacks, like his jab. His jab is a great combo starter. A lot of his sour spots also set up follow-ups, which are really good as well. So that's one thing that Roy has, especially over his counterpart, Crom, is the sour spots really do allow him to set some moves up for strong hits, so weak hit to strong hit. And there he's able to take the stock. Really just excellent follow-ups, excellent awareness.
And that's been one of Sauce's biggest strengths, really throughout this PR season and going back to when the game launched. He was such an adept Mario player because he could get those follow-ups and utilize the comboing ability of Mario. But now, obviously, he has a combo starter with his jab, which pops up with that hilt and the sword. It's it's a Crom echo for a reason, and obviously borrowing a lot.
Actually, Crom is the echo of Roy.
Yeah, you see, the thing is with Crom's Crom's prominence in Tri-State, it would make you wonder which one is which. But regardless, it's going to be Sauce who is taking Roy right to the forefront.
Yeah, right now.
Lead over Ninja.
Yeah, just a very commanding performance right now from Sauce. But Ninja finally able to take the first stock. It would be difficult, but if he's able to get some strong combos or a really good edge guard on Sauce, he might be able to bring this match back. Definitely a good pick from Sauce's point for going for the Roy, because he's really able to do a lot of work in this with that.
Frankly, I wonder how he gets in. Because obviously the way that swords are in this game, they really do kind of dictate the meta. Disjoints in general, obviously. The meta right now builds itself around combating Palutena and that Nair and that staff of hers with that jab. It's just absolutely ridiculous. So what does Ninja do here aside from well, we could be talking about a stage counter pick, obviously.
Yeah,
because
he could do stage counter pick or character counter pick at this point.
Well, Ninja was trying to get in, but everything that he did, Sauce just kind of slapped away. And obviously from there, once he had the advantage,
I was actually talking to Sauce about how to play against swords earlier. And one of the things he said is really helpful when you're playing against a sword matchup is to power shield. So maybe a little bit more parrying if Ninja's able to do that might help. This coming from his opponents, so we'll see if he's able to make any good adjustments. Looks like he did not think it was the stage, because we're back to Stadium, which is one of the most common picks in Smash right now. Everybody loves Stadium, I feel like. Though I guess now this is Stadium 2, so...
Pokemon Stadium 2, yes, and it has become the stadium that many people gentlemen to was Smashville in many instances in the game prior. Here seems to be Stadium 2, and in fact, Ninja starting off on the right foot.
Yeah, it looks
finishing
like
things off with that forward smash.
Made some very good adjustments to allow him to just sort of take that first stock. I feel like Sauce, one change that Roy faced when he switched to Ultimate is that he lost his ability to snap the ledge on up B anywhere in his up B. So now it's only in the bottom 3/4 of his up B that he snaps the ledge immediately. So that's, I think, why he ended up poking over the stage. So maybe he thought he could get something off of that, but he did get something off of that good edge guard.
That back air to put him into disadvantage to begin with, and the forward air to finish things off. Off with his head, says Sauce. And Ninja looking to counteract here, putting Roy into disadvantage now, but Sauce coming right back. Ninja really needs to work out his spacing here, particularly in neutral.
Yeah.
Get something going.
Yeah.
Oh.
And he's got to watch his DI. Sauce has got to watch his DI on that, because if you DI up or no DI, that can actually kill fairly early. You want to definitely try and DI away. because it looks like somebody was trying to go for a kill, but and there he's able to get it that time. Yeah, so a couple of those raw up smashes because he was expecting a roll, I would assume, but the back air will seal the stock.
After a trade, it would have been a juggle situation for Sauce. However,
ooh, bad air dodge ends up costing him his stock. I'm assuming that's a buffered air dodge that he was expecting tap to tech and then got the air dodge instead.
Yeah, and that is not the kind of way that you want to open the door for a Philadelphia PR player, especially one like Sauce who is looking to make his way up the ranks in this coming season.
He's on the ELO. I was checking the ELO recently since we were getting ready for the next PR season.
Right.
And I would say at this point, Sauce is number 4 on our ELO. So definitely a high contender right now with some really excellent results under his belt.
Makes you wonder what this has in mind for the tri-state circuit as well. Double-edged dance will put Ninja into disadvantage once again. He's able to make it back this time.
Yeah, I thought he went a little too low, but he was just at the edge of his range, which is just perfect. It's a very close game. At this point, it could go either way.
Last hit situation for either one. I feel like this is Sauce's game to lose as he can dictate the pace of the match and indeed punishes the landing Ninja. Gonna have to pull that knife out of his back if he wants to do this, but he'll have to do it in the fashion of a reverse 3-0 on guard. Now, as we talk about adjustments going into Game 3, they're going right back to Pokemon Stadium.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to just ride this out. I'm assuming it's going to be Roy Mario the entire way, yeah. At this point, I mean, that's the goal of weeklies. This is where you start getting the knowledge that you need to learn how to play against different players. So I'm assuming he's using this as a learning opportunity. Win or lose, he was actually very close except for that one SD, so he can still do this with this matchup on this stage. He needs to be able to make those player adjustments to catch up with what Sauce is doing.
Yeah, and it makes you wonder because that SD, we could be talking about a 1-1 set right now on guard.
Yeah.
So, I mean, in your opinion, what did Ninja do better in that Game 2? What do you see him carrying over into this Game 3?
Well, I say the thing I'm seeing first is that he's definitely got a read on Sauce's habits. Like, he's being a lot more aggressive, a lot less defensive. Like, in the first game, he did a lot of just spacing fireballs, which just it left him open for different options. But in this game, unfortunately, though, Mario just has a big trouble with swords. So even though he is doing some really good stuff, he still has trouble with those basic sword options and the sword edge guarding. And it doesn't help that Sauce does know Mario very well as a main of the character as well. Absolutely. So he's definitely covering options well, but it's one of those things where it's like, you can see here Sauce is at 154% because he knows what Ninja wants. And he's just able to kind of cover it.
There was such a plethora of Marios in Philadelphia in Smash 4.
And there, he's able to get the stock with the up smash.
With the up smash, turns it around and throw the head at him. Take that first stock off of Sauce. There are a plethora of Mario users in Smash 4. The Beast, the Demon Z, and of course Ninja being among them. But it seemed like Sauce almost kind of got lost in the shuffle, but here he is. Perhaps sword in hand. But now he has another Roy to contend with in Sabo, the Philadelphia number 5. Makes you wonder what his game plan is. But either way, you have two of these characters in your back pocket. You're clearly doing something right, and it really does suit the aggressive style of Sauce very well.
Yes, I agree. He's definitely very clean. That was an excellent attack cancel reverse back air coming off of the jab. That is a true combo for Roy that can kill, so it was excellent that he was able to recognize that he could get it. We are actually still at a very close game, despite how much trouble Ninja had on that second stock ending Sauce's first stock. He was able to bring this back very convincingly. So again, we're in this sort of last stock situation, very even match.
He's staying in the face of Sauce. I mean, despite the danger of that disjoint, gotta wonder if Sauce is going to be cognizant to throw out a few more quicker options. Maybe throw in that nair a little bit more, as we're seeing right here. All of a sudden, Ninja having a little bit of a tougher time with those aerials, and it's going to be the back air that seals the deal. Ninja putting the disadvantage, and he can't come back from that one. He put up a fight, but it will be a 3-0 victory for the number 13 in Philadelphia, and you got to think on guard with results like that, with performances like that, he's only going to climb higher from here.
Yep, very good observation. Yeah.